So what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel once again. You know I appreciate having you here. I have managed to set the GPS up to my headset now. I'm off to a place called Helmet City. No, it's not what you think. It's a place that sells crash helmets and other motorcycle clothing. I've never been there before, but I thought I'd test out the headset, the GPS combination. It's also Bluetooth up to my phone, so if I want to, I can stream some music from that, so that's all cool. But I've typed into the GPS the most thrilling route, the twistiest and the hilliest. Now I'm not expecting much because it's only on the border of Surrey and Kent, so there's a lot of city or town work in between, so I'm guessing it's going to take me left right through little tiny back roads rather than the main roads. But what I'm hoping is it's going to take me down some roads I've never been before, because I like to explore. Even around towns I like to explore and find out things that I never knew before. So that's kind of why I bought this in the first place, is to explore roads I would never go down normally. Hopefully it might bring up some surprises. If not, I'm going down to Helmet City anyway, because I need to look at some new crash helmets. It's long overdue. Well, welcome aboard. I'm on the Africa Twin today, as you can see. You didn't really need me to say that, did you? It's quite obvious. The clouds are coming over. It was meant to be a nice day today. I have got the lining in my jacket, so it's not boiling, but it's warm enough that I can wear the jeans and the summer gloves. I just put the lining in just in case. I am slightly sweaty now. Calm down, ladies, calm down. But I just can't be bothered to take it out, really, and that's the reason. So today we're off to Helmet City to look at some new crash helmets. Hopefully they got not what I'm looking for, but to give me an idea of what I'm looking for, because I'm only looking for carbon fiber, because as you know, my neck is absolutely so carbon fiber is the best crash helmet for me, because it eases the pain, it makes it more bearable. Unfortunately, it means I've got to spend a bit more money, but I looked online at these guys and they seem to have a good range. You're supposed to phone ahead to see what they've actually got in store, but I used it as an excuse to get out and test this GPS in thrill mode. I shouldn't really call it that, call it twisty mode, and to test how it works with the Sena 20S and my phone all paired together. This is the first time I've used them. I still haven't moved it to the middle. I keep meaning to move this to the middle, but pure laziness has stopped me from doing that. This is the first time I've ever used a GPS system on the bike that's actually giving me voice instructions through headset rather than over the loudspeaker, because on a motorcycle you can't hear the loudspeaker, but through the headset it's brilliant, because it means you don't have to look down every 10 seconds. She gives you the instructions and you've only got to glance down just to back up the instructions. I'm already going a different way to the one I would have gone if I didn't have the GPS on this setting. If I was to just look it up in Google Maps, remember it in my head and go down there, because I roughly know the area, so I would have found it by just stopping, pulling over and using my phone. Or I would have used Waze or Google Maps on here. But for some reason Google Maps doesn't talk to my headset. I don't know why, it's probably something I've done, but this does. She loves me. Google Maps not so much, but she is my new best friend. She delivers the instructions in a calm manner. She's not like my missus. My missus will go, left there, as I pass the turning. And I go, well, I can't turn left there. And she goes, well, I gave you plenty of notice. You gave me 2 yards notice. You gave me 2 yards notice. And then we have a little domestic. We don't talk for about an hour, and then we get back into it. No, it's not the case. We always talk. Well, I talk. I was going to say she listens. I talk, she ignores me. It's basically a standard marriage. Every now and again she rolls her eyes at me and looks at me as if I'm some kind of idiot. And to be honest, most of the time she's quite correct. I can't help myself. It's the child in me. I mean, you guys know, we don't grow up. We might grow up physically. You can put it this way as well, just in case you were wondering. But for some reason, I don't really like it that way. I mean, it should reorientate. Maybe I've switched that off, the orientation button, because I know you can switch it on or off. But I prefer it that way anyway, because it gives you more of the road. You can see further ahead. I do like these BMW i8s. The reason I like them is because they work on magic, you see. Pure magic. I know where we are. We're here. What's the name of the area? I can't remember. If you recognise it, put it in the comment section below, because until I figure this out, it's going to bug me. Addington. There you go. It's the name of the road, isn't it? It's got Addington Road over there. Wow, I should be a detective. I've also set into it petrol stations, so you can see where the nearest petrol stations are as you're going along your route, which is always handy. Good thing about speed camera downhill is you can hear the overrun of your exhaust in second gear. beautiful. It makes slowing down so much more worthwhile. Farley, we're in Farley. Never heard of it, never been here. Well, I might have been here, but I've definitely never heard of it. Unsuitable for HGVs. I like that sign. Shame there's a car in the way. A real shame there's a car in the way, because these are my favourite type of roads. I just hope I've eliminated unpaved roads, because I've got road tyres on this thing, and it was raining overnight in the last couple of days, so I don't want to meet any mud. See, now if I was in that car and I saw a motorcycle up behind me, I would do exactly what they're doing. I was just about to say I would pull over and let it pass. Not because I think the motorcycle has the right of way, it's because I don't want anything sort of like putting pressure on me. Not that I was, just telling you that now, I wasn't putting any pressure on the lady at all. I was just riding at a safe distance behind. But because of the way a bike is in a rear view mirror, it can be a little bit intimidating. So I was just saying, basically, if I was in a car and there's a motorcycle up behind me that could go a little bit faster, I would move over and let them past, because I'm nice like that. It's just a nice thing. It's not anything else, it's just a nice thing. I love these roads, love these roads. You can filter out these roads as well. I've put in the hilliest and the twistiest route. There is a in between that is not so twisty and not so hilly, and then there's another one that's almost fastest, so it's kind of more sweepy and slightly hilly. So you've got three options apart from fastest, but I always seek out the twistiest, littlest roads, because they're the most unridden, undriven around where I live, and they're tiny little country lanes like this, which is not about speed, but I like to explore. So these little roads are right up my street, I suppose, like right up my country lane. Not ideal for a sports bike, but if you've got an adventure bike or you don't mind just plodding around, these are great. I'm having a wonderful time. A little bit gravelly in places, but I've got the bike for that, so not an issue at all. It's just a shame in the UK that the hedges aren't lower, because if they were kind of low hedges, a bit like this one, you get a much better view. A lot of the country lanes are hedged in, so you just get this kind of in a almost a tunnel with no roof. They're convertible tunnel. I don't know what I was talking about then. I know what I was trying to say. You're kind of in a dip, in a groove, where sometimes you just want to look out and see the expanse that is the UK countryside. We've got a hill, so I could just roll off and listen to the overrun. Wow, we're here. It's saying we're coming up to our destination. It didn't take long, but it was a much better route than the one I was going to take. So once again, this little GPS system has come up trumps. I'm loving the little feature on it that takes you down these little country lanes. So it's in here. So here we are, just popped down to Helmet City in Tatsfield. It's about a 30-minute ride to here via the country lanes. Very helpful staff here. And they do a good selection of mesh jackets, and I'm going to go and figure out which one I want and then come back and see these guys. I'm changing shape as I train, so I'm going to leave it till about a month before I go and see what other jackets are available, and see if these guys will help me out. In the face. Check the camera's not bugged. Good. It just hit me in the visor, not on the camera. That's the main thing. Hey, slippery. Do you know what? I'm not ready to go home yet. I'm going to go up this lane here and see where this one takes me. Oh, sand in the road, never good. I enjoyed that little bit. I enjoyed that. These are the signs I like. Unsuitable for heavy goods vehicles, which means there shouldn't be any lorries down here. Doesn't mean there isn't, it means there shouldn't be. But it tends to mean the roads are quite small, tight, twisty, gravelly, or as I like to call them, fun. It's nice that you can stick this bike in third gear and just run around on the torque. This looks interesting. Right, I guess this is probably the end of it. There are definitely no more twisty roads that I know coming up between myself and home, because I've got to go through Croydon and places like that, and they're definitely not good on the eye. So I'm going to end the video here. Once again, thanks to the guys at Helmet City in Tatsfield. I'm going to come back and see you in a few months when I'm the shape I need to be for the American trip, and try and get some stuff sorted out. That'll be cool. So that just leaves me to say, don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to do all those things that you need to do. It's quite easy, completely free. I say it on every video, but I swear people don't believe me. It is. Click the subscribe button and you'll find out. You will not get charged. So it just leaves me to say, you know I love you all. Stay safe. Fish out.
Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead, get gone. Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead and get gone.